This is where the fun begins.
Hello there.
What's going on, guys? Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Taika Waititi and his upcoming Star Wars movie for 2023. So, without further ado, we're going to hop right into it. Aside from the announcement back in 2020 at Investors Day, nothing has been said or known about this upcoming film here, other than it's going to be directed by Taika Waititi. He, of course, has directed plenty of Marvel films and is most famous for Thor Ragnarok and, of course, the upcoming Thor movie, Thor: Love and Thunder. And with that note, if you are a Marvel fan, I'll have my Marvel channel linked down in the description down below as well. However, recently, Taika Waititi has said some stuff here about his upcoming movie, some stuff that we can expect to see from it. So, without further ado, we're going to hop right on into it and take a read here from the director's article and what he has to say about it, as well as what they have to say about it as well. As always, I'm going to have that full article linked down in the description down below. As it goes, the future of Star Wars is definitely on TV over the next several years, though Lucasfilm does plan to continue releasing theatrical films. What the next Star Wars movie will be and when it will be and land in a galaxy far, far away is largely unknown, though Kathleen Kennedy, the president of Lucasfilm, has stated her intention to have Taika Waititi's project to be the next one up to release in theaters. The director is putting his finishing touches on Thor: Love and Thunder, and will presumably all of his attention will be geared towards his new space opera next. Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron was originally slated to be the next Star Wars to hit its theaters, marked with a December 2023 release date. The project has hit a snag, however, as issues with the script have been forced to be delayed for the film as Jenkins works on some rewrites. Waititi's movie, which has been in development since 2020, is now intended to take the next Christmas slate, so kind of essentially just replacing the December 2023 release date that Rogue Squadron was originally going to have, jumping up from what was presumably the next Star Wars film coming in 2025 before. And as far as I am personally aware, I haven't actually really heard of anything coming in 2025, although that could be an intention for maybe the next Star Wars trilogy to pick up from there and start from there, maybe something High Republic or something like that. Nothing officially confirmed from Star Wars or Disney, though, has really been said about anything really releasing in 2025 in theaters, so I would take that one with a very small pinch of salt. On top of that, for those that are wondering how the director will pull off such a quick turnaround, there appear to be more questions than answers. Kennedy was tight-lipped about all things theatrical during Star Wars Celebration, though she recently insisted that movies will get an update in the coming months here. As for Waititi, there's still a ways to go. The director recently explained why development on his movie is taking so long, and noting the importance of getting Star Wars right in the writing phase, which is, of course, something I think we can all agree on. You have to take your time with writing. Also, another side note for the kind of different release dates that we have going on here for these movies here, Rogue Squadron isn't officially pushed back quite yet. These are just kind of rumors and speculations for as of right now, and different reports that are coming in from the director more specifically. However, there have been a handful of other sources out there that have covered and talked about the movie initially being pushed back, and then, of course, from there it was said that it wasn't being pushed back and it was keeping its December 2023 release date, and then last time I checked that it was going to be pushed back. So it's been a little bit of a back and forth type of thing, but last time I did check, it does seem that it's keeping that 2023 in December release date until now, of course, reading this article with you guys. In a recent interview with Screen Rant, director Taika Waititi shared that he is still in the early process of mapping out how his Star Wars film and is uncertain of when it will release. In quotes for what he has to say, that's yet to be seen. I don't know, and I'm still writing. I'm still coming up with the ideas and storylining, and just wanted to make sure that it feels like a Star Wars film. Ending the quote there from what Taika Waititi has to say, and from there the article says, above all else, the writer/director is taking his time to carefully ensure that the story has a place in a galaxy far, far away. In quotes, because I could say, oh yeah, we'll just write any old thing and set in space, and then put Star Wars on the front, but it wouldn't be a Star Wars film without a certain elements and a certain treatment, so I've just got to make sure that it stays within that wheelhouse. Ending another quote there from Taika Waititi as well. It's definitely reassuring to see that he's definitely taking his time with this. You simply just cannot rush art, and so to speak here, especially when it comes to like filmmaking and directing and writing stories such as like this. These types of things, of course, take time, and he also kind of has to switch around a bit of his mindset here from writing Thor Ragnarok and working on Marvel films, working in Thor Love and Thunder, to kind of switching those gears around and then going to work on a Star Wars film. It's kind of like a whole different thing. Yes, sure, they're like two of the biggest franchises out there as of right now in the year of 2022, but yet still these are two completely different things and they need to be approached as so. So from there the question remains, will Waititi's film release in 2023? It seems that though Kathleen Kennedy's hopes of a holiday 2023 movie arrival for Wadi's Star Wars film were overly optimistic, with the director still in the early phases of generating ideas and mapping out the story, as though he, of course, did say that development and, I guess, overall brainstorming and thinking has really begun back in 2020. There still really doesn't even seem to be a script yet, certainly not one that's ready for shooting at least. There have been no details on a cast or shooting locations either, further indicating that the release next year is a little more than a pipe dream. In other words, don't hold your breath on this one. It probably will not take that release date of Rogue One in the 2023 of December, and will probably end up with nothing. Maybe hopefully another Mandalorian season though would be really cool. Season 4 would be definitely really cool. As the article continues, it says that this isn't exactly a bad thing, though it does come as a disappointment for fans that are eager to see Star Wars on the silver screen again. The Rise of Skywalker's development was an infamous short, with the entire project being completed in 18 months with a conception to release. In some ways, Lucasfilm is still paying the price for such a rushed project, as the reception turned many away from the elements of the franchise, and new stories have to account for the messy lure introduced by the story and by the film of The Rise of Skywalker, meaning that they kind of have to like redraw in fans to like back into the franchise and watching the stuff with like The Mandalorian or The Book of Boba Fett and really all that stuff on Disney+. Wadi should be taking all the time he really needs to ensure that his Star Wars film can be as good as possible. Another thing that should be encouraging to fans is that the director's understanding of how to treat things for Star Wars. Known for his goofy and fun tones in his films, such as Marvel, Wadi recognizes that there are certain directions not to go with Star Wars. One of those things is kind of overly comedic elements. This will hopefully allow the film to avoid criticisms of misplaced like The Last Jedi received, and a story that feels authentic to Star Wars will make the wait well worth it. I 100% have to agree with that. And once again, you can't rush art, and yes, it's definitely going to be worth the wait, most hopefully, of course, and especially coming from such a talented director, Taika Waititi. Not to mention, something I kind of glazed over is that, yeah, he also worked on The Mandalorian at that as well, which is something very cool. So he isn't completely new to the game. He kind of has an idea of what's going on with directing and writing, and already working a little bit on the Star Wars franchise. As the article continues, a December 2023 release seems all but impossible, really, at that. Perhaps Disney will move Avatar around and give Wadi's film the Christmas of 2024 slate instead, allowing for ample time to get the project right. Rogue Squadron should be ready to go the year after at this rate, assuming it does indeed get made. From there, it's anyone's guess as of to what Star Wars theatrical releases really hold. Avatar is the movies with those like blue people. I'm guessing maybe they're making like a third one or something. Last time I checked is that they're having one released at the end of the year of December 2022, so I really don't know what that's really about. So yeah, in the end here, in short here, essentially the whole Star Wars movies released in theaters, it's kind of a mess, I'm not gonna lie. From what it seems as of right now, everything's kind of getting switched around and thrown up in the air. Patty Jenkins, who's the director and writer for Rogue Squadron, which was supposed to be the next upcoming Star Wars movie in 2023 of a December release date, she of course had other commitments. Last time we did a news update here on the channel with that was quite some time ago now at this point in time, so it's probably changed around here or there a little bit. I'm definitely going to look forward, or look more into it, and of course look forward to these upcoming movies, but I'm going to look more into what's really going on with her and Rogue Squadron and everything that's going on over there, seeing when that's going to release, and the last couple of updates that we have for that. Something else Taika Waititi had also mentioned about his Star Wars film is that it's not going to rely on any legacy characters, and that it's going to be set away from the Skywalker saga, so it's going to be something completely new and refreshing. This is part of the reason probably why it's so difficult to come up with anything. It's either going to be set completely like way after the whole First Order thing and the Resistance era, or it's going to be set way before the whole Skywalker saga and the Phantom Menace. Maybe bringing in some High Republic things would be really cool. Even then, it would probably be like a one-off type of film. This isn't going to be a trilogy or anything. It's simply going to be a solo film, which is still cool nonetheless. However, thinking about it, and when it comes to writing this type of stuff, when it's something that's going to be a solo film, it's not going to be connected to any other Star Wars media or like anything else in the franchise, and it's going to be kind of difficult to come up with something, especially to make like fans care about it at that as well. However, that doesn't mean it wouldn't like be developed into maybe an animated series or something that you would see on Disney Plus, or that they could greenlit a second sequel film and make it into a trilogy if it did really well and if fans really liked it. Anyway, I want to know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. As I had mentioned, I'm going to have this full article linked down in the description down below. I'd absolutely love to hear what you guys all think in the comment section down below. Some things that you want to see here from the future of Star Wars and what's coming to the theaters. I'd absolutely love to hear what you guys all think. Drop a good video if you enjoy it, as it was up to the channel, and check out our official Star Wars for more Star Wars content, guys. Thanks so much for watching today's video. As always, been forced with you. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.